The campus cafeteria buzzed with afternoon chatter as sunlight split through the tall windows, landing over the crowded tables and echoing with laughter, footsteps, and the rhythmic clatter of trays. Vine sat in the corner booth, half-eaten sandwich in one hand and her phone in the other, scrolling lazily as her best friend Gia astride her milkshake beside her. So vacation drive postponed again? Great, but the beach party is still on, right? She looked up casually, wiping her hands and tossing her phone on the table. Yeah, she nodded, grinning. It's happening this weekend, Jeju Beach, baby. Finally, some fun after all these exams. I don't even have anything to wear, she sighed dramatically, glancing down at her loose college sweatshirt and joggers. Guess I will just run in my favorite oversized hoodie. You will boil alive in that thing, she laughed. Please wear something you don't sleep in. Just then, the unmistakable voice sliced through their calm. Speaking of drowning, he leaned down beside their booth, ice milk dancing on his lip as he looked directly at Ryan. You are actually going to the beach party? Don't tell me you are gonna wear your grandma's quilt and scare off the seagulls. Ryan narrowed her eyes instantly, not missing a beat. And I assume you will be shirtless trying to impress the mirror because no girl will touch. He chuckled, running a hand through his perfectly tousled hair. But seriously, if you are going, don't wear your usual curtain. The ocean might drag you thinking it's part of the tide. I swear to God, Jungkook, one day your ego will drown before I do, she growled, her lips twitching despite herself while Jungkook raised his hand in mock surrender. Jungkook was senior and Jia's brother, who always made fun of Ryan's dressing and teased her whenever he got chance. I am just trying to save the coast while you know ego conscious and all. Can you both act normal for one day? She sighed, resting her forehead on the table. You are not even dating and it already feels like I am babysitting a married couple. Jungkook chuckled under his breath, winking before standing up. See you two at the beach. Don't forget your life jacket, Ryan. With that, he walked off, hands stuck in his pockets like he owned the world, while Ryan turned back to Gia with a loud groan. One more word from him, and I am showing up in a tent just to prove a point. No, you are not, Jia rolled her eyes. You are going to wear something jaw dropping because I know you, and because whenever you admit it or not, you care about what that idiot thinks. One blink caught off guard. Excuse me, Jia smirked, sipping her milkshake like she hadn't just dropped a bomb. You like him and he likes you, but you both are so emotionally constipated that you bicker instead of confessing. I do not. Please, you literally blush every time he smirks at you. That's because he's annoying and annoyingly hot, admit it. One felt silent, reaching for her drink instead as her heart thudded just a little faster than she cared to admit. Across the room, Jungkook was talking to his friends, tossing a casual glance her way that made her look away immediately. The giant tour bus rumbled down the coastal highway, wind sweeping through the small vents above the seats, carrying the salty scent of the approaching sea. Students were packed in every row, their voices loud and full of excitement as they joked, shared snacks, and pointed out glimpses of Jeju's shoreline through the windows. Vian sat near the window, her folded eyes focused on the blur of trees outside. She was wrapped in her favorite oversized baggy hoodie, paired with baggy joggers, comfort over fashion always. Though, in the back of her mind, she remembered Ja's word from 2 days ago. You are going to wear something jaw dropping. Van rolled her eyes to herself. Not now, not yet. Jia was sitting next to her, snacking on chips and swaying slightly with the movement of the bus, humming a random tune as the instructor up front stood and raised his voice over the chatter. Alright, everyone, we are about 20 minutes away from the beach side. Before we arrive, please listen carefully. Safety protocols, team assignments, and dome keys will be handed over as soon as we get there. The murmuring lesson. We are expecting everyone to stay within design zones, avoid the cliffs, and please no wild late night swimming. A few students snickered. Just as the instructor continued, the seat beside Wine suddenly shifted. I have a safety trip. His familiar voice chimed in lazy, deep, and cocky from behind Vine's seat as Vine closed her eyes. Here we go again. If anyone spots a large piece of cloth floating in the water, don't panic. It's probably just Vine's hoodie trying to escape from fashion sense. A course of chuckle erupted down the rows, and Gia slapped her hand on her forehead in slow motion while Vine sat frozen for a second, her jaw clenched, her feet curled around the edge of her sleeves. Vine turned slowly to face him, eyes sharp as blades. Do you ever get tired, Jungkook? Her voice was calm, deadly. Of running your mouth every 5 minutes like it's your life mission to mock me? Jungkook blinked. She wasn't yelling, but it was worse. She was done. I get it, I don't dress like the girls you flirt with. I don't strut around in miniskirts or crop tops. I wear what makes me comfortable. You think it's hilarious? Everyone's laugh congrats. Some of the laughter died down. But seriously, don't you have better things to do than targeting me every time like it's your full time job? No one speak a word, no murmuring, nothing. It was totally silent. Then Vine turned back to the window, her heart pounding. She could feel her throat tighten, but she didn't let it show. Jia stayed still beside her, chewing slowly. Jungkook behind her was quiet. He had not expected it to sting. He wasn't sure why, but it did. Jungkook leaned back in his seat, eyes fixed on the seat in front of him, arms crossed. His usual smirk was gone. His tongue poked his cheek for a second, jaw tight. He didn't speak again for the rest of the ride. The warm sun filtered through the open window of the backseat room, casting golden light across the tiled floor. The sound of crashing waves could be heard faintly from the shore nearby, blending with the voices of excited students unpacking, shouting, and running around outside. Inside the room, Ryan stood in front of the long mirror, froze in place, staring at her reflection with wide eyes. Why her voice dropped to a whisper, jaw completely unhinged. You look like you just walk out of a magazine cover. Van blinked. Too much? She asked, fidgeting with the strap of the sleek black suit that hugged her curves like a second skin. It had a low neckline, crisscross strings across her waist, a dangerously high cut at and an open back. It was confident, bold, and exactly the opposite of everything she ever wore. Too much girl is too perfect. Gia twirled in excitement, throwing her beach kimono aside as she clapped her hands, eyes sparkling like a fan seeing a celebrity crush. Do you even see yourself? If Jungkook's jaw doesn't drop today, I will make sure it does myself, and chuckle cheeks murmuring as she looked at herself again in the mirror. Her fingers smoothed down her hair before she grabbed the black hoodie laying at the end of the bed. Not yet, she said, slipping into her oversized hoodie and zipped it up all the way, hiding the scandalous swimsuit underneath as Gia blinked in confusion. Wait, what? One pulled the hoodie sleeves over her hands like usual, now looking like her comfy, usual self. I am giving him a taste of his own medicine, okay, but like how? One is tugging her sunglasses on. He teases me for wearing big clothes, right? Keeps acting like I am some firmy, oversized burrito. Watch his face when I take this hoodie off right in front of him. Gia let out a dramatic gasp, nearly knocking over her water bottle. Humans, One laughed. He won't even breathe. I will be his karma in black lace. Gia did a little dance in excitement. Oh, this is going to be so good. And listen, if he doesn't confess or get all possessive and jealous today, just march to the hottest guy on the beach and give him your number, make Jungkook cry in the ocean. Gia, she squealed, hitting her with a pillow as Gia giggled, clutching her stomach while Ryan's cheeks were now fully red despite the sass. I am not doing it to make him cry. I just want him to know I am not invisible. Her voice turned softer, honest. She played with the end of her hoodie string, biting her lip while Gia paused. You like him? Vani stayed quiet. If you really like him, I noticed slowly eyes still on the floor, but he always teases me, and I thought maybe he just thinks I am a joke. When people don't stare at jokes like they are art pieces, Van look up, blinking at her. The way Jungkook looks at you when he thinks no one is watching, yeah, that's not a joke, babe. Vine felt her chest flutter, heartbeat racing for a reason that had nothing to do with caffeine. She turned toward the mirror one last time. Underneath the hoodie, her confidence was glowing. Ready. Let's go, crush his ego. The golden sun dipped halfway into the blue waves as music echoed over the sand. Students danced, play volleyball, and splash water at each other. The salty breeze mixed with sunscreen and laughter. Everyone was having fun until she showed up.
Van walked out of the changing room slowly, flipping her damp hair to the side as the zipper of her oversized hoodie was slowly tugged down. One sleeve fell off her shoulder, then the other, filling the black, strappy swimsuit, hugging her curves perfectly. The deep neckline and high cuts made jaw literally drop. Jungkook was standing by the beach shack with his guy friend sipping a can of soda when his eyes landed on her. What the? His voice caught halfway, the can slipping from his hand. His friend choked on their drinks, whistling and elbowing him with wide eyes. Is that why? And bro, she just killed it. Now I believe in glow ups, Holly. But Jungkook didn't hear any of them. His eyes were glued to her. She looked unreal. The confident smirk on her face, the way her hips swayed, how her dark lashes fluttered as she walked toward the wave like she owned the ocean. It all made Jungkook's heart pound. And worse, other guys were ogling her too. Some were whispering, some bluntly stared, and one even tried to walk up to her. Jungkook's jaw clenched. The guy waved at Ryan, flashing his abs while flexing his biceps as if he was the main character in some teen drama. Hey, new here? Wanna join me for some volleyball? Vanya smiled sweetly, but before she could respond, she is busy. The voice was deep, sharp like broken glasses. Vine's eyes widened as Jungkook suddenly appeared beside her, his hand wrapping around her waist, possessively pulling her close. You didn't tell me you packed a swimsuit that looks like this, baby. He whispered near her ear, voice rough with emotion. You never asked. She raised her eyebrows smugly, her heart pounding as she felt his hand resting on her skin of her waist. Is this revenge for teasing you? His eyes were dark, jaw clenched. Who said it's about you? She tried to step back, but he only tightened his grip. Oh, it's definitely about me. You have never worn anything like this. Not in front of me, not in front of them. His voice dropped lower, eyes scanning the beach filled with guys still checking her out. Vine's breath hissed. Her hands lightly pushed at his chest, but he didn't budge. Why jealous? She smirked. Damn right I am. She froze. I have been dying inside every time you ignore me, every time you laughed with other guys, but now you expect me to stand here while half the beach wants you? You always make fun of me. Her voice was small now because I was scared. I am a mess when I like someone, and I have liked you from the first time you kicked me accidentally in the hallway. You like me? No, she blinked. I love you. The ocean waves crushed behind them as time stopped. You are all I ever think about. I am stupid. I teased you. I messed up, but Ryan, I have been yours before you even knew it. Tears brimmed in her eyes before she slapped his chest. Idiot, that's me. Why now? Because if I wait one more second, someone else will steal you and I will go insane. Without another word, he cupped her face, raised her chin, and kissed her, right there in front of everyone, on the beach in the sunlight. Her arms flew around his neck as his other hand gripped her waist. The kiss was possessive, raw, full of emotion. Both had breathed for too long. A loud scream erupted from the side. Woohoo, finally she jumped in the sand, twirling like a fairy, pulling her phone out to record. My ship sealed. I repeat, it has sealed. Meanwhile, other students gasped, cheered, and whistled. Some clapped, others laughed. One shouted, Took you both long enough. Jungkook pulled away slightly for her resting against Vian's, their breath mingling. You look like a goddess in that swimming suit. But from now on, you are only wearing this for me, deal? And if I say no, then I will have to keep kissing you till you agree. Vian giggled, blushing madly. You are crazy. Crazy for you. She shook her head, wrapping her arms tighter. I love you too, Jungkook. He beamed brighter than the sun. Okay, enough. Now get a room. They both laughed as Jungkook lifted Vian in his arms and walked toward the water. What are you doing? Completing the kissing with a deep in the ocean. You started it, babe. Jungkook, she screamed as he ran into the water with her in his arms.